Hello everyone and welcome back to more AEW on TEW 2020. We are here on the 4th week of April in 2021. And we are working our way towards the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. We are just over a month away, as it is on the Sunday. Saturday? It's very shortly after the fourth week of May. Anyways, start off with Dark, Young Bucks stuff, the Dark Order stuff. Then we get to Brian Myers walking backstage, and he has a clipboard in hand. He's talking to different people about their matches on Dark, or even on Dynamite. And he gets the Young Bucks, but once he realizes that it is the Young Bucks, he backs up and he doesn't want to get hit with a super kick. And Myers tells him that they don't have a match on Dark, in which the Bucks reply that, like, yeah, that's kind of obvious that we don't have a match on Dark. We're the Young Bucks. And Myers just kind of walks away before the Bucks can think about attacking him. This is a very match-heavy Dark. I think this is actually... I don't have any angles after this, but oh well. But this, to start off Dark, Lady Lydia defeats Danny Jordan. The Motor City Machine Guns defeat the Butcher and the Blade. The Butcher is going on tour in a few months, so yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. Lady Christina defeats Utami Hayashida. Shotzi Blackheart defeats the Bunny, who strains her wrist. And it was thanks to a Shotzi botch. Lady Bernice defeats Raven Creed, and they do have good chemistry together. Still only leads for 17, but it's good to know. Shawn Spears defeats Tahuti Miles. Britt Baker defeats Max the Impaler. I gotta remember to switch off that manager setup. Nyla Rose defeats Harlow O'Hara. Hikaru Shida defeats Nancy Bouchard, mainly because Shida hasn't actually had a match in a while, but that's fine. And then Jeff Hardy defeats Nat Murphy with a twist of hate. Our Dynamite begins with the Young Bucks versus the Private Party, and the Private Party get the win over the Young Bucks. That said, the Young Bucks didn't do half bad themselves, Matt Jackson getting a 92, but he still does get beaten. He's the one that taps out. Private Party pick up the win. The Young Bucks are very angry about this match, and once they recover, they deliver huge super kicks to just everyone. They turn around and hit Cassidy first. Mark Quinn goes in for a save, and they hit him. And then Nick Jackson does a tope crossbody outside to the Godfather. Eventually he brings Godfather into the ring, and they hit him with a Meltzer driver. They still yell at him, and they're still very angry, and say, you know, things like, hey, this isn't over yet. We're still going to eventually pick up that win over you. Because the Young Bucks very much did outperform the Private Party, but, you know, it still is a very, very tough situation for them. They have never managed to beat this team. They just always seem to have their number. That's why I named it that. I can think ahead sometimes. For this, Renee Paquette is backstage, and she has the list of the first 4 entrants to be announced for the Casino Battle Royale. And she is with one of them right now. I'll get into that in a moment. Which is Adam Page. He asks Page for what he hopes will happen at the Battle Royale. He says, I'm taking some time in this past week talking to Cody, and he's really pointing me in the right direction. Just like with everyone else in this match, I want to win. But I have a bigger reason than anyone else here. I need to win, because the Battle Royale, get my career back on track. I need this win, or else I will never have another championship shot here, I think. I know Mock is in it. I know he's not going to be easy, but I'm ready to take any measures necessary to win. First 4 competitors that are announced are Adam Page, Jon Moxley, Ace Austin, and Charles Betts. Changing up the Casino Battle Royale, as much as I do really like the different setup that it has with the, you know, the suits entering, it still is a little bit convoluted, so I'm just making it more of a Rumble, Royal Rumble type match. So, you know, it's just, you have some people enter at the beginning, you have some people, and then it's, you know, one by one, probably fairly quick entrances. I'm also changing it from 21 participants to 25, and we will be announcing 4 each week. Now, meaning that there are 5 that are left untold. You know, because surprises and all that. Gotta have those surprise entries. That's the best part about a Rumble match or any Rumble type match. So, yeah, we already got a few of them confirmed. The former champion, Jon Moxley, Adam Page, of course, right now, and then Inner Circle's Ace Austin, and Team Angle's Charles Betts. After this, I'm surprised this match did as good as it did. Big Swole and Riho defeat the Zombieland Saga, which is, of course, Maki Ito and Abaddon, when Big Swole pins Maki Ito. Again, I thought this match was going to be way worse, but Maki having the groundswell public support really helps. After this, Abaddon, she was going to break up the pin, but she was just moments too late. You know, maybe it's, you know, hit the mat for 3, and then, like, half a count later, Abaddon's in. But he still does beat down Big Swole as the bell is ringing. Riho rushes in to try to save Swole, but Abaddon actually kind of no-sells Riho's offense, interestingly enough, and then begins to turn the tides, and she attacks Riho. Abaddon keeps beating down both of them, but eventually Riho and Swole do manage to roll out of the ring before Abaddon, whatever, goes over to Maki, and she, she's making sure that Maki's okay before helping her up to her feet and helping her backstage. So Abaddon really showing off that, she's very protective of her mortal friend. She is still a ravenous zombie, but she's a ravenous zombie with a friend. After this, MJF is at his lounge, which, that's a usual thing for him to do. But he looks very, very angry. Usually he's got this, cocky air about him. This time he just looks angry, and he says, "Darby Allin, you're someone who really wants to be a thorn in my side, aren't you? You just want to get under people's skin. You want to be this edgy, one of the people type, don't you? But you know what? You're not. You're a weirdo, Darby. You're out there with your half-painted face because you can't feel the other side of it from all the brain damage you've given to yourself. Sure, you might be a talented wrestler. You might be undefeated in this year. But you're one of the reasons that people don't trust wrestling. Because you go out there and you hurt people. You hurt yourself. I'm here to provide people with what they want for years. While you want to kill yourself or others in the ring. Darby, you're a disgrace to pro wrestling. So you know what? Fine. Even though you're still one of the best records this year, I still have the final say. You're on for Double or Nothing. You're just another stepping stone to my rise to the top of wrestling. Because I'm better than you, and you know it." This is almost, I only realized this as I was like halfway through writing this promo, but I'm almost going with the famous Talking Smack Miz and Daniel Bryan. MJF and the Miz, very similar, very character focused, they're assholes characters. They're solid in the ring, nothing spectacular, but MJF, he's that safe worker. He's going to be able to provide. Maybe he's not as relaxed with things as Miz, but still does a very good job of just being a very safe, very cautious person. Not really going for too many top rope moves. Not going for any flying headbutts or anything like that. Well, Darby just throws his body around and eventually wins that way. So MJF really not liking that Darby is, trying to get in the way of MJF's perfect vision of people watching wrestling once again. After this, Anna Jay defeats Jordynne Grace after interference from Ty Conti. Very much an upset win for Anna Jay. You can even tell in the numbers there. And after the match, Jay does keep her... I think I actually said it was a submission. Oh well. She keeps the submission on a little longer, and she soaks in the biggest win of her career. Brandy Rose begins to argue with the ref that Ty Conti blatantly cheated, that only distracted Brandy long enough for Ty Conti to throw Brandy into the ring, for Anna Jay to hit her with her own version of the Crossroads. She looks very happy as she does, and the Dark Order's music plays as she leaves the ring. Still very much going at Brandy, still very much going at the Nightmare family, because, you know, that's just what the Dark Order does. But Anna Jay, very big win. A little bit tainted, admittedly, because I still do want to keep Jordynne Grace a pretty strong worker, pretty strong in the women's division. Very young, very talented. Anna Jay, of course, even younger, which, again, it's by 2 years. It's not really that much of a big deal, but just getting some... Honestly, I just need to get more of the women's division up. So, Jordynne Grace picking up the loss to Anna Jay in a bit of a surprising turn of events. After this, Kurt Angle is seen in his team's section of the locker room, and he says, "You really want this fight, don't you, Taz? You can really go out there and try to make my life a living hell." I don't know what I wrote there. Well, that's fine. I'm willing to pick up that gauntlet you're throwing down. But just know that you'll never be anywhere near FTR's tag team titles. You should already know what it's like being far away from titles. A joke belt and not having anything outside of a Philadelphia bingo hall. Meanwhile, I'm a gold medal winner. I'm an 11-time world champion on a national stage, and I bring that prestige and pedigree to all my clients here. You're a fool to make this battle, but I'm going to keep at it because you started this, Taz. So yeah, just, you know, Kurt Angle, he's finally agreeing to fight Taz for all of the, you know, challenging that Taz has done. So, you know, the feud's been going on for a while, but Kurt's finally acknowledging it. After this, okay, that's a surprisingly good match. Lucha Brothers defeat Midnight Dynamite, not really a surprise there. Ray Phoenix with an 87, also not really a surprise with No Style, but Midnight Dynamite still doing very respectable. They are up to recognizable now after defeating, who did they even beat? Proud and Powerful, I think. So, good match there. Lucha Brothers advance on to the finals, as Renee is interviewing Kota Ibushi. She asks him about the confirmed match of Double or Nothing with Chris Jericho, and the fact that, because of the Battle Royale, that even after this match, Kota will not be the next in line for a championship match. He will be, at best, third. Kota says, "I don't think it matters. Gold is good enough, but if I were just someone focused only on the gold, only on the prestige, I'd be fake. I'd be like Kenny was. I want to keep doing this sport because it's what I love, because I want to go out there and perform for the people, to prove that this business is not dead." So Kota really, you know, he wants to go fight for the business. He's an incredible worker. Man doesn't age, but again, you know, he's not going to be able to get that title shot for still a little while longer, but he's fine with that. After this, Miro defeats Colt Cabana, just getting Miro on Dynamite once again, and then Jon Moxley walks up to the ring, and Miro looks a little bit unfazed, and Moxley says, "Miro, buddy, someone who I used to respect, because you're someone who loves the business. That's fine, I respect your work in the ring, but there's sometimes when you cross a line too far. You attacked my wife. I think we can agree that we've already settled things in the ring at Full Gear. But I'm just wondering what sort of stick you have up your ass that you can go around and start trying to be a good guy. You deserve everything that I'm going to give you in the next few weeks, Miro." Miro, at this point, he has his own like, and he just says, "I know, Moxley. I don't deserve your respect or your admiration, but I will earn it no matter what. Fight me however you need to, but I'm not going to just lie down and let you destroy my attempt at redeeming myself. Do what you need, but expect a fight." So Moxley, he's not going to get a match of Double or Nothing with Miro because he's in Battle Royale, and I don't want to double book people, like I did with Miro for his for All In, All Out, whatever it is. I'll shake it all about. But just good work there. Pretty nice promo. Moxley does fantastic in promos. And in our main event, Chris Jericho defeats Luchasaurus. Bit disappointing. Jericho's definitely up there in age. But afterwards, where is the... Kota Ibushi rushes out to the ring, and he starts attacking Jericho, maybe like hits him with a drop kick. And Jericho, a little bit due to the surprise, and a little bit due to the fact that he's already wrestled the match, is pretty easily beaten down, but Kota does get away before Ace, Sammy Hager, and Mendez can get to the ring. All 4 of those go in. They start, they're chasing Kota off. They're making sure that Chris is fine. Then Santana and Ortiz show up. Jericho starts yelling at them for them being late, and Santana and Ortiz, they kind of look hesitant for a little bit. They're looking around. They're like, do we go in? And maybe even, they eye the face tunnel. I still think that's a stupid concept, but, it's whatever. AEW is a lot about appeasing to the marks out there, brother. But Santana and Ortiz, they tease looking at the face tunnel, and then they go and walk in to help out Jericho, and that ends off our show. 73. I'm very much liking No Style Style. I mean, Matt Jackson with a 92? Very insane match there, but we are moving into the last month before Double or Nothing.